So I'm actually looking at the camera. I'm not like looking here and like the camera. Yeah. So this is Weather Weeklies for Sunday, January 24th, for the week of January 25th through through the end of the month. Now, I'm going to concentrate most of this on the two systems coming in this week. Now, it's definite two systems are coming in. It's not definite as to if they're going to be impactful and or even wintry in a significant capacity. So I think we just better calm ourselves, and if you're hearing huge storm, blizzard on Friday, if you're listening to if you're going on feeds and seeing a huge massive East Coast snowstorm going to slam the mid-Atlantic, I would just be cautious of that. And let me show you some of the things that I personally don't like about the upper air pattern. And it's a matter of suppression, and these systems are getting suppressed to the south, and it just seems like this is now one thing I have definitely learned about with models, which are not a forecast, they're a tool, is that once the models start to show a trend for the winter or for the summer, that's usually what it ends up doing. And like everybody says, oh, the pattern's going to change. The pattern's going to change. And I even at fault say, the pattern's going to change. But once it sets up into a pattern, it usually it does change. It doesn't change like flip over overnight or for the next week or for the next month. So that's one thing I definitely have learned by watching models. You definitely start to see the consistency of what they do, and then you're just like this. It's going to do this because this is what it's been doing all winter. All right, so let's go to the tape, as they say. All right, let me first show you the first storm that's coming in, and this is coming in, of course, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Timing is always challenging. All right, it's been cold. The cold settled in. That's a good thing. Okay, that's a real good thing, and that's what you want prior to big snowstorms or any kind of precipitation event. All right, so this is Tuesday at Tuesday evening, and you can see kind of like the leading edge of it down by the Baltimore, Washington, Virginia area. Now, however, you can clearly see that this is a warm air advection system. So you have rain. Okay, you have snow back here. Okay, but it's mostly rain. Now it's going to be running into this wall of cold air. Okay, that's coming up. Now, another fortunate thing, it is coming at night, so it's another benefit. All right, so let me run out. This is midnight and nothing's around. It's starting to sporadically, the wedge of the Appalachians starting to hit. Really, it's just kind of, this is a moisture-starved feature. This thing has been getting cut in half, chopped up, you name it, left and right. Okay, and the reason being is this system is out ahead of this system. If they were kind of merging, then we would have something to work with, but they're not merging, and the low here is taking a trek further north, and then you have all this warm air coming off the ocean. And what we're going to tend to see, we'll probably start off as a light mix to mixed snow, sleet, And then, I mean, I don't see much. Then rain, and then it's gone. So Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, it's clear and somewhat cold. All right. All right. Well, that sets up the next system because it's literally right behind it. Okay. Now this one is amped. This one has juice. The two systems are kind of together. This is out a little bit ahead. You have all the features of a big, big storm coming here. But watch this. Okay. Notice how the low jumps off to the east. Okay. And it's starting to go off the Virginia Capes. That's a problem. If it was jumping more this way, then we would be having less chance. Now here's the rain snow line. I mean, that's pretty close. You'd have more of an amped up system coming up further north. Okay. And here is the heaviest part of the precipitation. All right. And it's back in the Virginia. So you notice the flow is west-east. So we do get some snow, but it's very light. It's not, I wouldn't even say moderate. Down on the eastern shore, and then, you know, parts west of in lower Delaware, I could see you picking up 4 to 5 inches downstate, but really the whole state as a whole really wouldn't see a significant storm. Now you would have the wind, you know, you'd have all the elements of a snowstorm, but you have lack one element, the precipitation. All the chunk of it is way offshore. So, well, not way offshore, but it's offshore. Okay, and it's running to the east. If it was jogging this way, then it's tracking toward, you know, up the coast, and everybody's getting in on the action. Okay, now that would be something significant because you can kind of see this one gets ramped up to 966. Okay, so that is the surface. All right, the millibar chart really is not too attractive looking. All right, what we want to see is a more, now this is for the first system. Just make sure it's, yeah. Okay. So this is today. This is right now. Okay. So this ridge needs to go bye-bye, but it really can't move too far because this system is still blocking. It's still in essence not getting out of the way. So this is taking its time to leave the coast. And the first system by this point, this is 6Z on Tuesday. Okay, you can kind of see, you see how the jet stream is. I mean, that is not an attractive upper air. I mean, if there was a ridge, if we had like ridging like this, and even not a deep trough, that would be a little bit more encouraging. But we don't even have the ridging. Okay, so really what you have is this upper low, which is way back to the west, and our storm is the precipitation is here, and it needs this system to feed that system, that southern stream. And it's just too late. It just gets here, you know, way after the fact. And by the time it does, since this is a warm air advection system, it's all rain by the time, you know, it gets here. So really that kind of peters out. The second system, okay, now this is the second system. Now this looks, you know, you're really, as a meteorologist, you're like foaming at the mouth because this looks so good. All right, it looks so good. All right, but watch this northern feature. It's really it's really going towards the coast. It's really, and in essence, this block suppresses this to the south and east. And you can kind of see the top northern precipitation shield is barely into central PA. Okay, so in other words, we would be right on the northern fringe of the system. And plus, again, the bulk of the precipitation is way out here. By this point, it's way out here. There, it goes negative finally. So I would have loved to come on here and tell you, yeah, it's coming, or the big one is coming for this winter, but I don't believe we're going to get, I think we're going to get some wintry precipitation more on Thursday into Friday than it would be Monday, Tuesday. We could still get some frozen precip Tuesday into Wednesday, but minor, maybe a little crunch here or there, but I don't know. I just don't like I don't like the fact that it's moisture starved. I don't like the fact that it's I don't like the upper air. There's just a whole host of things I don't really like. More details later. I will, maybe put out if it's worth to put out a map for Tuesday, I will put it out. But in essence, I don't think I'm going to put anything out except to say that travel for Wednesday morning may be a little choppy and snowy. I mean, there may be some wet snow or some freezing rain on the ground that you have to have some trepidation for. But temperatures are going to go up on Wednesday, so I'll be out of here. So right now, I'm not, but I mean, there are other contingencies. Now, I'm going to show you one more model. The NAM short term really is the short term model of choice. Okay, now this is for the system Tuesday into Wednesday. All right, so Tuesday night, it starts about 2, 1, 12, 11, about 9 or 10 o'clock. So now it's kind of funky because you can see that that system, I said that this low is way back here, but it's feeding some kind of moisture to this one. It's getting some kind of energy. So it's running into the cold air, and it's really odd to see a swath of snow that's from basically the ocean, part of southern New Jersey, all of 2/3 of Delaware, all the way back to, that's like Altoona, near Pittsburgh, southwestern PA, Hagerstown, Maryland, and stops in like south of Dover. It's just an odd swath of snow. It's like, it's only like, this is 300 miles. I don't know, but it's just in a specific area. That just doesn't look right to me. Anyway, so it comes in 1, 2, 1, 12. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I said it comes in about 9 o'clock, right? Okay, 9 o'clock. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning, 2, it looks like it's done. And now we get to, it's like a mix, it's like a rain mix, 3, 4. Oh, it's not out. This is not out all the way. Okay, so let's go to the previous run. Let's go here. Okay, so this is 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, 8, 9, 10. most of the snow is way all north of us, New Jersey, New York State, and it's really light. It's really light. I mean, I don't see. I don't know how much this gives us total snowfall. Okay, so like when I said that, western parts of Delaware might be more in the quote jackpot zone. That's because the moisture is more is it's south and east. They're giving DC 11 inches. Well, what I usually do here, folks, is I take that number, I have it, and then I kind of give an estimate there. But I'm not even going to go there with guesstimates yet until until this thing is till maybe even tomorrow. So hold on to your seats, and we'll see what occurs. And we still got a couple more days, and then we still have four or so days until the quote bigger one. All right. So those are my thoughts. I'm not saying they both aren't going to happen, and the second one isn't going to be too significant. I'm just saying that I don't like the upper air. I don't like the lack of moisture for the first one. I don't like the upper air and the track for the second one. So those two things combined, I'm kind of remaining low key until there's more evidence to the fact that it could be more significant. We're trying, but more. There seems to be this stream of flow of systems coming from the Pacific. The southern stream really is being the push. We got two things working against us: time, cold, and that block is still not weakening enough to allow these systems to come up the coast. And then what's going to happen? The block's going to weaken, and then they're all going to go up to New England. Can't win. All right, that's it for me. Enjoy the football games today. Enjoy things in general. Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, saying adios. Take care.